What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, or Off the Gridiron, featuring myself, Aashrith, and my co-host Chetan. We're back for our weekly football episode where we recap the previous week with whatever games the Packers and Chargers play, and we do our predictions for the next week's slate of games. So, without further ado, let's start with our recap of last week. We have just an unfortunate game for the green and yellow. Packers lose to the Browns 13-10. They're up 10-0 for most of the game, let up 10 points in 37 seconds, and got their field goal blocked that would have at least ended overtime. Let up Quinshawn Judkins like 130 yards rushing. It was an embarrassing fourth quarter. I guess you can start Shane.
I think the main thing I saw, obviously the O-line didn't play too well. They were getting to Jordan Love pretty quickly, but when you have to triple team Myles Garrett, that leaves two other people guarding three other defensive linemen, so you can't really. I don't really know what you can do, but overall, I think it was a poor showing from the offense, especially. I think the defense did their job, held up. They only
until the fourth quarter, but they can only hold up for so long.
Yeah, exactly. So the offense at one point should be able to come out there, put some points on the board. But I think you guys will be fine. It's always you can't expect to win every game, and realistically, the Browns' interior D run game is their run defense is probably top 3 in the league as of right now. They have a really good run defense. So if that shuts off that one part of the game, and again you guys lost Jaden Reed, so you're kind of relying on other wide receivers to step up more. So I think that would take a little bit of time, but I think it was just a loss that you just have to forget and move on from.
Yeah, the offensive line is terrible. Our best offensive lineman, Zach Tom, had a groin injury. They tried to play him. He couldn't even go after one play. He just fell to the ground.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out next week. But that forces Jordan Morgan, who played left tackle the entirety of college, played left guard the entirety of his it was a combination left tackle, left guard. We're trying to play him at right guard, and right tackle, which is where Zach Tom plays, and he's terrible. But when Zach Tom plays and he goes to the left guard where he's used to, he's good. And the team's oh, why are you gonna do it's so obvious that he can't be playing that side of the line. And I don't know. We could have won this game in a bunch of different ways. Matthew Golden had a 96-yard touchdown that he took out of bounds for some reason. Jordan Love's pick, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know who he was going to. Defense penalties, offense penalties, but at the end of the day, you're right. It's one game. It doesn't change the fact that we had 2 big wins against 2 really good teams. This was a game that we were bound to overlook, seeing as Micah's return to Dallas is next weekend. So, it's fine.
Yeah, I think as long as you guys put a good showing out in Micah's return to Dallas, and I think it's the loss that people will end up forgetting about.
Yeah. Your team, however, had a pretty good win. Again, you guys were the reverse of us. You guys were down most of the game by a score.
We were up 10-0, I think.
Oh, it's 10-0. Okay.
And then we led up 17 straight points, and then we ended up coming back and then winning 23-20.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest takeaway from the game, I think most of you guys that are listening probably saw the big throw that Herbert had. Honestly, pretty crazy throw. There's a bunch of different angles of the throw that have been going around as a highlight. But
I saw that throw, bro.
Yeah, I don't even. First of all, I don't even know how he even got it off, because I think it was Bonito that was running after him. His hand was literally wrapped around his arm when he ended up making the throw. But throughout the game, the defense in the beginning they were playing great. Then they let up, made some mistakes. Our offensive line got hurt a little bit. Mekhi Becton went down. Bradley Bozeman ended up going down in, I think, the middle of the third quarter. So they were able to get to Herbert a little bit more. So I think that affected the offense overall. Najee getting hurt, obviously, probably just demotivates the team for a little instant, for a little bit, when somebody goes down like that. He tore his Achilles, so out for the season, which is sad because I think he played like every single game for the last 4 years for the Steelers, and then the season he gets traded, he hurts his eye, and then he ends up tearing his Achilles, which is pretty unfortunate. So it's hopefully he's good, but huge game from Amari and Hampton. I think that's what we all wanted to see from him. I think that big play, that explosiveness, the patience too in the backfield, kind of like seeing where the breaks are, where the gaps are. But overall, I think it's a good win. And then also having three division wins in the first 3 games of the season and starting 3-0 in the division, you can't really ask for a better start to the season.
Yeah. For me, I think biggest takeaway. This is after all the Peyton Manning comparisons. This is exactly what Peyton Manning did to start his. This is Herbert's Herbert's 6th year.
Year.
Yeah,
Sixth or seventh. It might be 7th
year. I think he was 2020 draft.
Mm.
Or no, he's in the same draft as Jordan Love. 6th year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I think Herbert should be number 1 in most people's MVP race at this point. I think he's really put the team on his back. He leads the league in passing yards. He's like the throws he's making are just ridiculous, and he's really revitalized Keenan Allen's career. Like Keenan wasn't that good last year on the Bears. Obviously, the Bears are a terrible organization. But
I honestly kind of expected Keenan to I don't think he's gonna have a 1,000-yard season, but I think red zone that's especially where he's been able to get his money worth, and even
especially because Quentin Johnson is just really flipped it around this year.
Yeah, I think just Lad obviously opens the field up a lot more for Keenan, and they do it for each other. We haven't had a big Lad game, but I think that's gonna come pretty soon once other teams start to realize that you have 2 other very capable receivers other than Lad who can go out there and beat you 1-on-1. So
yeah. And without further ado, it's time to predict next week's games. So me and Chetan had a rough week.
Mm-hmm.
A rough week last week. If I can get the stats up, last week, Jesus Christ. So I was 9-7 and 6-10 against the spread. Just an embarrassing showing. Chetan was 9-7 as well and 7-9 against the spread.
Holy shit, bro.
It's just, I mean, in comparison to our last week where both of us went 13-3, just a steep fall from grace and a real humbling, honestly.
It's humbling when Jake is tied with you for the lead picks record, and when he's leading the spread record.
So a motivated off the Gridiron podcast comes to you with our predictions. Seahawks Cardinals. Seahawks at Cardinals. Cardinals dogs by 1.5. You're going to see a lot of home dogs to start this slate. Chetan, who do you have to start off the week?
I have the Cardinals. Or no, wait, the Seahawks.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong week. My bad. Yeah, I have the Seahawks, and I have the Seahawks covering as well.
Okay, I think I'm going to take the Seahawks. The Cardinals is going to be, I think it'll be a close game, though. I think they're both equally mid. And I'm high on Trey Benson because I'm starting him this week. So I think he's going to end up playing pretty well. He was definitely more efficient than James Conner was after Conner went down. The thing is, Marvin Harrison Jr., it's really time to start wondering if he was a bust. And
just can't catch the ball, man.
He can't catch the ball, and it's too prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, it's not Kyler can't do much more realistically than give it to him and he's wide open.
Didn't he only have 4 drops in college or something?
He was insane in college. One of the greatest receivers of all time in college. But Trey McBride, obviously, top 3 tight end in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seahawks last year just put an ass whooping on the Saints, 44-13. They're up at 40 in the third quarter. So they're coming in hot. I think it'd be a good game. So we're both going Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm a little higher on the Seahawks than you have. I've watched a couple of their games because I have 2 of their players are on my fantasy teams, so I tune into some of their games when they play. But I think JSN has had a really tremendous season. He was sick last game and still ended up game with 96 yards and a tutty. Kenneth Walker wasn't like efficient running the ball, but was able to find the end zone twice last game. Game before that had I think 100 yards and a touchdown with like 14 carries. So he's fine. He's slowly getting back into rhythm. So I think the offense is like clicking. The defense, however, I mean, the run side they're playing well. On the secondary, like I think Tariq Woolen hasn't been playing up to like the standards that people expected him to play. He's supposed to be like in some people's minds a top 10 corner in the league, but I mean you're getting production from someone like Josh Joe, players like that. So I think their defense can actually like slowly just keep rising as the season goes on and the more they play. But I'm a little higher on them than you are, but yeah, have them winning and covering as well.
Yeah. So next game, Vikings Steelers. I'm gonna go Vikings on this one. I think.
I'm gonna go Vikings as well.
I don't know what I like about them, but I don't think I like the Steelers.
Yeah.
I picked against them last week. Obviously, that was wrong, but I don't know. Like the what do you call it? The Vikings defense is very good. Brian Flores is a very, very good defensive coordinator. Very confusing schemes. And I mean, if Carson Wentz can get the ball to Justin Jefferson, I mean, I think their offense will be fine. The Steelers' defense hasn't shown.
And Jordan Addison is coming back.
You're right. Oh my God, I can start him this week.
Yeah.
Huge. Dash is finally paying off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be great for Carson Wentz, who's like, I think he's at least playing until week 7.
Yeah.
So so he's playing free, like with no worry about getting benched the next week. I think we're gonna get the best version of him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think like veteran presence wise, like, and when you have like a talented receiver like Justin Jefferson, he's gonna get himself open enough where like all you gotta do is basically put it in the vicinity of him and you should be good. And I think Carson Wentz is probably more of like one of the more serviceable backups in the NFL right now. So I would say like I would take the Vikings on that end. But like last game, I think like 75% of the reason they won was their defense. I think their defense accounted for like 2 of their touchdowns. So like we gotta think about that a little bit because we haven't really seen the offense too much. But again, like I think I don't really like the Steelers. I don't like that team. I don't like they don't really move. They don't play fun football. It's really boring to watch. So I'd rather have the Vikings beat them.
Yeah. And another home dog, Falcons versus Commanders. Falcons coming off probably the most disappointing win, the disappointing loss in the like couple of years for them.
Do you think that's like a true showing of that team, or do you think that was like a terrible loss? It was against the Panthers, bro.
No, I think I think those divisional games just kind of like the Panthers came out to play. The Panthers had to win. First home game for the Panthers. The crowd was going crazy. I know because I couldn't think. And yeah, I don't think it's who the Panthers are. I definitely don't think it's who the Falcons are. That being said, I'm picking the Commanders comfortably.
Yeah, me as well.
Jaden Daniels is probably coming back.
Yeah, he should be coming back.
If he's coming back, then I don't understand how the Falcons are only 1.5 point dogs.
Yeah.
Losing by 30 points to the Falcons, to the Panthers, and you're playing Jaden Daniels. I don't know. I think this could be a blowout.
Yeah, it should be a blowout in my opinion as well.
You know, it's definitely gonna be a blowout. Saints Bills. Jesus Christ! Not only do the Saints have to play the Bills, they're playing in Orchard Park. That's why the spread is a season record 16.5, and both of us have the Bills covering.
Dude, if they lost to the Seahawks by like 30 points, they're gonna get cooked.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You guys might drop 60 on them. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I know. The thing is, though, the thing I will say, and it's why I picked the Dolphins to cover last week, is the Bills' defense is trash.
Yeah, they are really bad.
Like, we're gonna talk about the Ravens' defense and a lot of I don't know
a lot about the Ravens, man. Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna be talking about the Ravens in a bit, and their defense is terrible. The Bills' defense might be worse. Like, it's one thing letting up 38 to the Lions. To let 24 to the Dolphins is just embarrassing. So I think the Saints could be losing by 23 and have a late touchdown to cover. But yeah, I think This might get ugly fast.
If James Cook is able to do, if Kenneth Walker was able to get 2 touchdowns on them, I think James, with the way James Cook's been able to play the season against like other teams,
Cool.
I think it's a wraps for them.
The Browns coming off the biggest win of their season against the Packers, at the Lions coming off the biggest win of their season against the Ravens. Lions are favored by 9.5. What's your take?
I'm gonna pick the Lions, but I'll have the Browns covering. I think that, like I said before, when we were talking about the Packers game, that Browns run defense, I think they're gonna do a lot better job against David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs compared to how the Ravens did this past Monday. I think they're gonna be able to keep them in check averagely. I mean, they both are very talented, so there's a possibility of them like breaking away for a big run, like any chance they get the ball in their hands. But like, I mean, that defense is really, really good from the linebacker position to like the nose tackle to their defensive line. So I think they'll be good there. But offensively, like honestly, they like haven't been like as bad as I thought. Like Joe Flacco was like, I guess, like able to move the ball up and down the field better than I thought they would. So I think like the defense is obviously going to be what keeps them in the game. But I think the Lions got it, but it's not going to be like as big of a blowout as people think. I have the Lions winning by, let's say, a touchdown.
Yeah, me too. I think, again, I've made a pretty big deal about this Lions offensive line. It was really apparent against the Packers. A good defense. It's not been apparent against the Bears and the Ravens, both terrible defenses. So
It'll be a big test.
I think the Browns are a top 5 defense in the league. I think Myles Garrett might end up being the greatest pass rusher of all time. So I think like he's gonna get 2 sacks, and that could change the game. But again, it's the Lions. They could also win 56-14, and like we wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking if I had to put a score on it, 21-14 Lions.
Yeah, 20-13.
Yeah.
That was like my prediction.
Yeah. And this is another game I have that might be a little closer than people anticipate.
Yeah, me as well.
You and Shravan have picked the Texans every week, have lost every week.
When do I stop putting the trust?
When do you stop picking the Texans? Will this be the day?
I was saying when I was making my picks before we started the pod that I'll possibly go back in our spreadsheet and change depending on how my mind is when Sunday comes around. But right now, I'll pick the Texans. I'll put my trust in CJ Stroud one more week. I think this will be the final week I do it though. Like if I see a terrible showing again, it's that's where it falls off. But
what if they win 10-7?
Then it would solely like from now on. What does their schedule look like? Do they have a hard schedule?
Let's pull it up. Because my next question would have been like, if they were to lose 10-7, they're only going to play the Titans one more time, and we both like they get the Ravens the week after, the Seahawks the week after that, and the Niners the week after that, and then the Broncos.
Holy shit!
So
they're playing some good defenses.
I have not picked the Texans to cover. No, I picked them to cover against the Rams. So I've not picked the Texans to cover the last 2 weeks. I don't think I'll pick the Texans to cover the rest of the season. And I could be wrong about some of these games, right? Like, but I don't think they cover against the Titans, the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Broncos, the Jags, the Titans again. Like, if I don't think they cover the Titans this time, why would I cover the next time? So I'm very low on the Texans. I guess. I mean, I get 0-3 speaks for itself, I guess.
It's like also like that defense has like very talented players on it, so it's like definitely like it's very evident it's a quarterback issue right now.
Yeah, offensive line issue at the very least.
Yeah, offensive line issue 100%. Like
Yeah.
That's been an issue, and they still have like never like even attempted to fix it.
Yeah.
But that's like a story for another day.
So both of us, Texans win, Titans cover. This is an interesting game. I think I'm much higher in the Patriots than you are, because I'll have the Patriots winning and covering this game.
Okay, I have the Patriots winning, and I have the Panthers covering. I'll say the Patriots win by 3.
I'm so low on the Panthers, bro. I know they just won by 30. but like
There got to be something good at least if you're winning by 30.
Bryce was really solid
Okay.
like this past week, but I wouldn't say he's anything like special. Like, let me just pull the scorecard up because I remember watching that first drive, and I was like, wow, like Bryce is like pretty good, pretty good.
Hmm.
But if you look at the numbers, right? He was 16 for 24 for 121 yards of offense.
That's it. How many touchdowns did he throw?
0.
Oh, what?
He ran one in.
Oh,
But Chuba didn't score. Rico Dowdo scored a touchdown, and then I'm pretty sure their defense scored.
oh yeah.
Yeah, their defense scored. I don't know where the other points came from. 7-7-7. Oh, and 3 field goals. Right. Okay, but so they weren't like anything crazy, but they were very efficient.
Hmm. And like I guess the defense did their job.
But I'm much higher in the Patriots than a lot of people. I think Milton Williams is going to get after him. I think what's Christian Barmore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian Barmore is going to get after him too. And if Gonzo comes back, then like I don't think Bryce ends that game with anything less than 2 picks.
Yeah, I think if Gonzo comes back, is like will also change my mind because I don't think he's played yet, and that Patriots like secondary hasn't looked like too great. But I mean, when he comes back, he has the ability to shut down the side of the ball, so that would do a lot of things. And he's going to be playing against a rookie, but like just to put it out there, I mean, McMillan has had a very solid first 3 games of the season, so I think that Gonzo versus McMillan matchup will be something cool to watch if he's able to play.
And if Gonzo takes him out, bro, who else is there on the team? Xavier Legette? Hell no.
Dude, I don't even know what he's done since he's been in the league, bro.
Drop the ball.
He was a first rounder, right? I think high second round.
I think he wasn't a first rounder, but I don't know. He only won famous because of his accent, bro. He's not that good.
Yeah, that is true.
All right.
Holy shit.
Chargers at Giants. Jackson Dart's debut game.
Wow.
What a team to feed him to. Number 2 on my power rankings. Chargers.
At least that he won't have Khalil Mack running at him for his first start. That's something he can take away maybe. But
yeah,
I still think that it's against that the way that O-line's been playing, they've been playing pretty bad. I think our D-line's going to get after them pretty quickly. And if that happens, you see what happens with our secondary. Our secondary is able to lock up for especially if they're not able to extend plays that much, then our corners and our safeties are able to get in passing lanes, get in coverage, be what they need to be. And I think our offense against this defense, especially because the Giants' defensive line really hasn't done too much. They haven't really exceeded expectations from what I've seen, in my opinion, so far. Again, I think our offensive line is going to be a little banged up during this game, so that's something to look at. But I don't think if the Broncos weren't able to do it, I don't think this Giants defense is going to like exceed that much pressure on Justin Herbert, where he just ends up throwing the game.
Yeah, I just don't think Jackson Dart. I mean, if he makes an impact in his first ever start, fair enough. But I just think the Chargers are too good.
Yeah,
I think 2 touchdowns. How much the Chiefs win by? I think the Chiefs is 22-9. Yeah, 22-9. So I think the Chargers win 30-7.
Valid. Yeah, I like that.
This is a game that I think 65% of the money is on Tampa to win this game. Mine will be as well. I'll take Tampa to win this game and cover, obviously. Tampa would have been the Eagles' boogeyman the last 2 times. They beat him in the playoffs 2 years ago. They beat him last year in the regular season. This is the last team Jalen Hurts lost to. I'm pretty sure. That could be wrong. But he's won 17 straight, so I think the math kind of adds up.
Damn, he's won 17 straight games? Wow.
They won 17 straight games that Jalen Hurts has finished. They lost to the Commanders last year.
Oh, yeah.
The season, but Jalen Hurts got concussed in the first quarter.
Yeah. I'll pick the Eagles in this one. I've doubted the Eagles so far this season, and they've continuously proved me
So
wrong,
bad.
game in and game out. So I'm gonna learn my lesson here, and I'm gonna pick them. But there's a big possibility that the one time where I actually do pick them, it doesn't go my way. So we'll see what happens.
Speaking of a team we picked against the Eagles, Colts Rams. I picked against the Colts every week, I think. Oh, I didn't. I picked against them. I didn't pick against them last week. They
Yeah, I think I picked them last week.
Yeah. And I will pick against the Colts again. They played, in my opinion, three bad teams. I know people think the Broncos are good. I don't agree. And the Colts showed why. The Colts beat the Titans pretty easily. They beat the Dolphins pretty easily. This is the first good team they'll play. This is one of the best teams in the NFC. And this is a team that should have beat the Eagles. I don't know how they choked that game.
It's that field goal.
Yeah, unbelievable. But I think the Colts' honeymoon era is over. I don't think Jonathan Taylor can start a pace up against a good run defense like the Rams. Stafford's going to be the first real quarterback they've played. Yes. And Puka has been the best receiver in the league this season, and
So
I
yeah,
think that's going to continue as well.
yeah. I also have the Rams winning, but I think the Colts will put up a good enough fight if Daniel Jones is able to play the way he's been playing. Because
Don't see it, bro.
yeah, I mean, I think that Rams like defense, especially like the pressure with Jared Verse, Kobe Turner, like all of them getting to Daniel Jones is gonna maybe bring him some flashbacks from when he played in New York. But again, like you have a lot better of an offensive line than you did compared to New York. So like maybe that will help. But again, they have a lot of talent on that Rams defense. I think it's gonna be close. I don't think Jonathan Taylor's gonna have a big game. Because like that against like run defenses, it's really hard for a running back to like end up like breaking out for 100 yards because you don't really have anywhere to run. It's not like a wide receiver where like just like one big like mess up in the secondary can get you a good game. But I think if they were to win, it would definitely be more relying on like a Daniel Jones, Michael Pittman connection, which is we've seen pretty often this season so far. But I don't think I don't think the Colts defense is going to be able to put enough pressure on the Rams or like you said, stop Puka.
Yeah. So are you saying the Colts covered 3.5 or no?
No. 3.5 is a really hard. I think 3.5 is a really hard line to cover. Like you're basically banking on like just a field goal or something, like losing just by a field goal.
Like a 29-28, like when the Colts beat the Broncos.
Yeah, true.
So Jags Niners. Niners are 3-0, but the wackest 3-0 of all time. Jags are 2-1. Jags are
Yeah.
2-1. I'm higher on the Jags than most. I picked Trevor Lawrence for an MVP 3 years ago. That was not good. But I like him. I don't know. I really liked him in college, so I guess it's like sort of like carrying over. I like Liam Cohen,
Mm-hmm.
and I like Brian Thomas Jr., but when he's not a baby, like just
Yeah.
catch the fucking ball.
Yeah.
I know Chayton disagrees, but
I have a different opinion with that because
yeah, but just catch the ball, bro. I like, whatever. But I think the Jags win. I think they win big. I don't think the Niners are good. I have Christian McCaffrey in my fantasy team. He's done really well fantasy wise because they like overload him with short catches, but he's like averaging 3 yards a carry. He's not been good running the ball at all. So
I know that.
I don't think that's gonna bode well. I don't think I think Ricky Pearsall is good. I don't like maybe I could be wrong and he could be disgusting, but I think he's like all right. I think
He's
the
had like
Jags.
he's had 200-yard games if I'm not mistaken already.
Yeah. He's had a really good start to the season. I just don't know if he'll carry over against like
Yeah.
decent defenses. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Niners defense is that good either, especially Nick Bosa tearing his fucking ACL.
Ooh, I
So
forgot about that. That might change my opinion. Honestly, actually, I completely forgot that happened.
I think Trevor has like one dumb decision in him, so it'll probably be like 20, 24-15 Jags.
I think so. I was gonna pick the Niners, but I completely forgot that Bosa tore his ACL and isn't playing, and their defense, like honestly speaking, like I don't think it's as talented as it used to be. They like let a lot of players go. Like the only players that they have, I think, that are like performing at a high level were Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and then Demondre Lenore or whatever his name is. Don't their cornerback.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what his name is, but him. They like all three of them are I think like the key pieces. But you lost like
Diamador. That's his
yeah,
Diamador. Yeah.
Diamador. Yeah, Diamador. But you lost like probably like a top 5 edge rusher in the league. So I don't really know how you're gonna get pressure to the quarterback. But yeah, I'll take the Jags here. Maybe Trevor Lawrence finally like does something good and Brian Thomas catches the ball. We'll see.
Ravens at Chiefs. Again, I understood why the Chiefs were home dogs against the Eagles. How are they home dogs against the Ravens?
Dude,
The Ravens aren't whatever. I'm not gonna rant about the Ravens yet. Oh wait, we're on the Ravens. Yeah,
yeah,
the Ravens aren't good.
they're
Like
not.
everyone made fun of me for this, bro. I took a lot of heat for this for my Ravens take when I said the Bengals are gonna win the division because the Ravens weren't that good anymore. And I was like, well, the Bengals are gonna win the division, and now they're probably not gonna win the division anymore because fucking Joe Burrow. But the Ravens win the division by accident, bro. This team is not that good.
Bro, my problem with them is like their defense, obviously. That's a whole nother thing, but I'm a huge Lamar Jackson fan, but I don't understand why he doesn't throw the ball away more than like he does.
Yeah, I agree.
The stat I
7
saw is
sacks, bro.
crazy, bro. His throwaways per game is 0.7 throwaways per game. Less than one throwaway per game. And I get you like trusting yourself and having the confidence in yourself to like make a play because you have the speed, you have the agility to do it. But when you're already like 15 yards, 10 yards back from the line of scrimmage and you see 4 people coming at you, just throw the ball away, man. Like it gets to a point. Like it
Yeah,
just comes to a certain point where you got to do it.
like I see what he's doing, right? Because receivers aren't getting open.
Yeah. So maybe I can try and run and maybe you'll get some positive yardage if it's a yard or whatever. Like I get it, but you're
those sacks are drive killers, bro.
yeah.
And it's like the Chiefs, like they haven't looked amazing.
I'm not gonna lie.
But
This is the worst Mahomes has looked that I've like ever seen. Like watch Mahomes play so like in the last like 4 years. It's the worst that he's looked so far.
I agree. He looks really timid. It
Yeah.
looks like he doesn't really trust his offensive line. Like
Doesn't
he's
know
like
who he's throwing to.
yeah, the deep balls are like always just a little long, except
Yeah.
for like 1 or 2 throws a game where just like on the money. Like he missed Tyquan Thornton by about 7-8 yards, and then he just hits him again and like a significantly harder throw like 2 plays later. That was the previous game, not last game. Last game, I don't remember if he had like really amazing. Oh wait, no, he had a nice play there.
Yeah,
His
he did.
last touchdown. Yeah, whatever. I digress. But the Chiefs look better than the Ravens to me.
I agree.
I think a 3-point loss to the Chargers. Was it 3 points or was it?
3 points.
I think a 3-point loss to the Chargers, a 3-point loss to the Eagles.
7?
Yeah, I feel like it might have been more than 3, bro.
I think it was 7 or 9. Yeah, something like that.
I feel like it might have been 27, 20, 20, 22 or something. Sorry, it's gonna bug me. Look. 21-27. Yeah, 20. Yeah, so 6. Like a 1-score loss against the Chargers, a 3-point loss against the Eagles is not like a bad. And I guess the counterpoint is that a 1-point loss to the Bills isn't that bad,
Mhm.
but like a 25-point blown lead is pretty bad, bro.
Yeah.
So like I don't understand how the Ravens are favored here. I'm taking the Chiefs comfortably. The Ravens never fucking beat the Chiefs. Like it'll be a 10-12 point win, I think, for me. Like I'm not even. This isn't even going to be a good game to watch. I don't think.
I was gonna say if the Lions honestly should have won by two scores. That was a late touchdown at the end of the game by Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
But if they were able to win by 2 scores, I think the Chiefs probably like 10-12.
Yeah. All right, now we're into some boring games.
Yeah. We can like speed run these a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, we'll speed run the 3 last few days.
We'll speed run like a couple of them, but the Packers Cowboys one we'll talk about.
Yeah. So Bears Raiders, I'm gonna go Bears.
I'm gonna
Caleb's
go Bears.
look pretty good.
He looked pretty good. Roma Dunze has come into his own with I think finally I guess like a better offensive coordinator or a better wide receiver coach. That's like the trend that's been going on. I've been seeing. So I feel like that offense looks better, so I think I'm gonna take them over the Raiders. The Raiders, that hype train has left the station.
Yeah, they look shit.
Yep.
All right, this will be the game. This will be Sunday Night Football. It's crazy. It's crazy how the NFL schedule works.
Yeah.
Micah's return to Jerry World. It'll be exciting. This is kind of like Luca's return to Dallas, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Packers winning big. The Packers beat the Cowboys even when they're ass. I've yet to see. I've only seen one time that the Cowboys beat the Packers. But like I think 2 scores. I'm thinking 27-13 Packers
Yeah,
is what I
who did the
think.
Cowboys play this last week? The Bears. Bears. I mean, the Cowboys.
Caleb Williams, bro. Jesus Christ. Jordan Love better do something crazy.
Yeah, like that Cowboys defense is atrocious. Trayvon Diggs is officially like everyone can say is washed. He had like 1-2 good seasons. That's
Yeah.
it. Again, like he did tear his ACL, so maybe that's affecting him a
Yeah,
little
and he's
bit.
playing with a hurt ankle. To be fair to him, like he's
Oh,
not
I
he's
didn't
not
know
playing
that.
healthy. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
but he's trash right now for sure.
Sharon
100%.
Bland is also trash.
He's so overrated, bro.
And then their other rookie that they also not the rookie. I don't know if he's a rookie, but they drafted him last season. He's also trash. He's like led up the most yards in the NFL so far.
Are you talking about? No, it's not Kyrie Lam, is it? No, he's he's somewhere else. I don't know who.
We talked about him last pod. I forgot when we were talking about with Shravin. Forgot his name.
Yeah, Shravin would know this kind of stuff. All right.
It
Well, whoever you are in the Cowboys, you're definitely ass.
Yeah, you're pretty bad. I mean, that defense is not good. The offense, I think CeeDee Lamb is hurt for the next 4 to 6 weeks at least with a high ankle sprain.
Terrible, bro.
That's very bad for them. Very bad for him.
Fantasy team.
Obviously, unfortunate. I mean, I guess
How do you run your best wide receiver into the right side with no protection, bro?
crazy.
Now you just cost a bunch of people just like me their fantasy seasons for no reason. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
You have George Pickens, so I guess like they can throw him the ball every now and then. Yeah, I think the Packers comfortably win this by like 17 points.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man.
You know, the NFL does some weird stuff.
The Jets, because I don't like the Dolphins. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even want to talk about either one of these teams, bro.
You know, I was so ready to pick this game on Friday because I was gonna be like, the Dolphins are definitely gonna win because they made it super close against the Bills.
Yeah.
And like the Jets who the Jets beat, and then the Jets almost beat the Bucks. So now I'm like, what the hell?
And the Jets get really close against the Steelers too.
The Steelers are fucking trash, bro.
Yeah, that is true. Yo, is Sauce Gardner good?
This is such a touchy subject for fucking Jake, bro. Because I think Sauce Gardner has been so overrated for the past 2 years. Like he was really good when he first came in the league and the year after that. Mm-hmm. But last season and like the beginning of this season, he's so gettable, bro. And I think why I'm really gonna pick the Dolphins is it just came out 2 hours ago that Quentin Williams is gonna miss the next 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, so like the Jets. I mean, I like the Jets defense. So Will McDonald is much better than I thought he'd be. Sauce is still obviously pretty good, but like I think Quentin Williams is by far their best defensive player, and if he's missing time, then I think the Dolphins will at least carve him up for 3 quarters.
That's a valid take. I'll take the Jets just because I think the Dolphins, like that franchise is horrendous. They don't really know what they're doing. Tua looks pretty bad.
Yeah, and the Jets are just like this all-knowing entity, bro, that knows exactly what they're doing. Fucking Aaron Rodgers, and then just swap quarterbacks to the Steelers and pick up fucking Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean Justin Fields looked okay first week. Maybe
he looked great first week, but he's even like the most shit quarterback of all time. Then a week after that, just like I said he would.
But it'll be a game of 2 bad teams. So I'll pick the Jets just cause.
All right, Bengals at Broncos. Jake Browning looks really, really bad. I think the Bengals should really consider calling the Giants. Not for Russell Wilson, for Jameis Winston. Russell Wilson's fucking ass, but Jameis Winston could be really entertaining with Jamar Chase.
And bro, that'd be crazy. Just maybe another 30-30 season.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm gonna pick the Broncos in this one. I think that defense, you don't have Joe Burrow. I think that defense is gonna be able to hold them in check if they were able to like the Bengals weren't able to really do anything against the Vikings. So when you play like a team like the Broncos that are like fully healthy, their quarterback is playing, like everyone is healthy, they technically supposed to have a top 5 defense in the league. I think they're going to struggle a lot. I think Browning is going to struggle to even get the ball out of the pocket. So if he can't do that, then like I don't really think any production will happen.
Yeah, I'll go the Broncos. I I don't like anything about the Broncos, but I really don't like anything about the Bengals. So I'll go with the Broncos. Like this, your Jets Dolphins thing is like I'm so low on the Broncos. It could have been backfire. When did the Broncos win the Super Bowl, bro? Then I'm cooked. But I don't know. I think Bo Nix is the worst rated quarterback on PFF this season.
He's been pretty bad so far.
JK's been pretty good. I've been starting JK. He's been pretty solid. RJ Harvey's just gone missing. They just don't want to play him.
So you
They're
think
I
they're
like
gonna
Sutton too. But I just think their defense is so overrated, bro. I think Sertan's kind of been shit to start the season. Again, like they only have wins against shit quarterbacks last season. Whenever the defense played a good quarterback and the Browns, they let up more than 30 points.
Yeah, they
So
only have
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take I'll take the Broncos just because I think Jake Browning's like a disgrace of the sport, but I'm not gonna pick the Broncos often this year.
I'll take them just basically for the same reason too. But I think Bo Nix, like last year, was good. I think it's just a bad start to the season. Should I think this game will get his confidence back up and maybe propel the rest of the season for him. So
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to go over our stats for picks for the season. See if I have those numbers. Yeah, I do. So Chetan is a pretty solid 36-12 this season. And I'm still solid, but worse than Chetan, 33-15 so far this season. This is after 9 and 7 weeks for both of us, bro.
oh wow.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Like you're shooting is like 75% right now.
Yeah.
Even for a 9 and 7 week, it's not bad at all. And
I'm not
against the
gonna
spread,
lie, my strategy has been like first 2 weeks especially take like
the better team.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my whole process is like I think football compared to basketball is like if you know everyone is healthy and they're the better team, I feel like that team
like 80% chance they win.
Yeah, it's not like basketball where like because you play so many games in the season that like literally any given night anyone can go off.
But we gotta do this for basketball, low key.
Yeah, it would be kind of tough to do it for basketball, but 82 games though. But I feel like we don't have to keep track of the games. We can just keep track of like weekly power rankings or something.
Yeah. Well, picking 82 times 82 times 32,040 games might be a bit OD, but
that'd be
I
crazy.
think you know what we should do? We should pick like a game a day, and then just like pick those, and then pick those. We'll pick like the most interesting game of the day. So pick 7 games a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something for you guys for basketball too, like this, because I like this format.
Yeah. Well, and we can keep track of like how good we're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, anything else you want to talk about?
Spread wise.
Yeah.
I'm 27-21. Aashrith is 23-25.
Jesus Christ, embarrassing.
The spread honestly is like one of the harder things to predict, especially in football too, because field goals I think change so much of the game. That can
Bro, if we stop the game, if you stop the first window at the third quarter, I'd have had a perfect first window, bro.
That'd be fucking wild.
And then the fourth quarter happened. The Rams blew it. The Packers blew it.
Last week I think was just an anomaly with 4 blocked field goals. I don't think we're gonna see that again in a very long time.
I agree.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on your end?
No. We'll update you guys about the record. I'll do some more Instagram posts about like our picks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think besides that, we're good to go.
Yeah. By the time this episode is posted, we'll have a basketball episode posted as well, which is a redraft, so you guys can watch that since basketball season is also coming pretty soon in 1 month. But other than that, stay tuned until next week when we do our episode for this again, where we do our week 4 predictions or week 5 predictions and our power rankings and things like that. So just keep sticking with us and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod. And we will see you guys next episode. Peace.